I'm guessing you clicked on this video because you have lots of hopes, dreams, and goals. But yet, all the work that you're doing to put into achieving your goals doesn't lead to where you want to be. And you see everyone else racing ahead, and you wonder, are you missing a trick? Maybe there's something you're not doing in order to achieve your goals. But what is it? You try all the strategies, you read the books, but yet it feels like something is missing. And this is often the paradox of goals, is that on one hand, we need the goals to tell us where we need to go. But on the other side, we also need to know that the goals have to be set aside in order to focus on the plans that are needed to get to where we want to be. And I think one thing we don't talk about enough is systems. Systems that makes the plan work. Once I realized why systems are so important, the goal became much easier. And once I put the systems in place, I actually achieved more than my goals. Imagine how you feel. Not only you get to reach your goals, but also more than you ever thought or imagined. And when I realized my mistake with goal setting, I broke away from this vicious cycle. I went from unemployed to working at Google, eventually running my own business, and then now also running this YouTube channel with my videos viewed for more than 1 million times. I also overcame my lack of confidence to speak on stages around the world, and I became the healthiest and fittest I've ever been. This all happened not because I focused on my goals, but I decided to build better systems in my life instead. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the secrets behind why some people find it so easy and effortless to achieve their goals, while others find it difficult and just give up every single time. And if you stayed this far in the video, I'm really glad that you stuck around. I'm now going to share with you the 5 steps that's going to help you design and build better systems in your life. And these are the systems that will help you eventually achieve your goals. I first came across this concept of systems in James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. And I love his quote on this one. Goals are about the results that you want to achieve, but systems are the process that leads to those results. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So what does this mean? Think of it this way, right? Goals are like destinations on the map. They tell you where you need to go, but they don't tell you how to get there. Systems, on the other hand, system is like the road trip that you take to get to your destination. They are the everyday actions that eventually lead you to achieve your goals. If you're an entrepreneur, your goal might be to create, let's say, $1 million business. But in order to get there, you probably have to test your ideas out in the market, to try out different marketing campaigns, and also hiring the right people to help you reach that goal. So what I love about the beauty of systems is that you don't have to guess on what you need to do next in order to reach that goal. It also allows you to focus on the present moment, on repeating the steps in your systems every single day to eventually become and achieve the goal that you have for yourself. And what I love about systems is that it helps you build better behaviors and habits. So let's say in the worst case scenario, you didn't achieve your goal. You still way ahead of those who didn't even try, because now you end up with much better skills instead. And lastly, you're not delaying your happiness to the future in order to achieve your goals. You're actually making joy part of your process. And you get to celebrate those little wins every step of the way as you're looking to achieve your goal in the future. What I come to realize is that systems isn't about how to help you get something, but rather is helping to become someone. And I believe in anything, changing your existing beliefs is your very first step. It's your first step to eventually changing your life. The first part of the system is thinking about who do you want to be and what do you want to achieve. This really comes back to your identity about yourself and knowing about yourself. So for example, James Clear shared that one of her friends wanted to lose 100 pounds. And the question that she asked herself is, what would this person do? So what would a healthy person do in order to lose this weight? Would a healthy person walk or take cabs? Would a healthy person choose to eat junk food for lunch or maybe a healthier option? So by thinking about who she wants to become, she eventually became that person anyway. And that's how she lost the 100 pounds in the end. The question to ask yourself is, who can achieve the outcome that I want to achieve? Who's the kind of person that learns a new language? Who is the kind of person that can run a successful business? When you start to act like the person you want to be, you eventually become one. And once you decide who you want to be, you can add in more detail to be more specific. So in the weight loss example, I'm going to embrace a healthier lifestyle. I'm going to lose 5 pounds this month and every month after that. And anything beyond that is a bonus. So now by saying this, you can measure it. It becomes more sustainable. This way you can say you made progress and can actually stay motivated. The second step of the process is to figure out what is your why. Now, when it comes to goals, I'm sure so many people share very similar goals. But really what separates them from those that effortlessly and easily achieve their goals to those that find it difficult and just gave up really comes down to their why. So how do you find your why? Simon Sinek talked about this in his book, Start With Why. He said, no matter what we do in our life, our why, our driving purpose, cause, belief, never changes. Your why really is that thing that keeps you going, even on days when you feel like you don't want to show up and you want to just call it quits. James Clear also mentioned this really great point about boredom in Atomic Habits, is that our biggest threat to our success isn't failure, but it's actually boredom. This is so true in so many ways. I reflect back when I was in that vicious cycle. I was jumping from business idea to another idea. I was jumping from job to job. I was changing from fad diet to another diet. And I always seemed to give up too soon, even though I was seeing results, because I got bored and I wanted novelty. And I know it's hard. It's hard on days when your business isn't doing well. It's hard on days when you don't like showing up at the gym to do your workout. It's hard on days when you're working and you don't want to jump onto another Zoom call. But knowing your why at your core, in your heart, that will really help you to show up on days when you just don't feel like it and you want to just give up. So think about this question. Why is this goal that's so important to you? And when you achieve this goal, what will help you to experience or do? These two questions really help me to think about the importance of my why and why I'm setting this goal in the first place. And the third part of the step really is the fun part. And that is you need to go out there and start doing research. Research and learn from others who have achieved goals that are similar to yours. What do they do to actually get them to where they are? I always believe in this quote that success leaves clues. So for example, let's say you want to write a book, which is something that I've been thinking about. Then I need to start studying the successful writers and what are their systems, what are their writing schedules, what are they saying on blog posts and podcasts that they've been on that's been really crucial to their success, who are their mentors that they look up to, and what their systems are like. So really it brings you down this rabbit hole of research process that allow you to then think about what are the systems that you want to emulate in your own life in order to achieve the goals that you want to achieve as well. But the key thing is that study what these successful case studies have done so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And the fourth part of the system is to set your intention to take action. Now the Latin word for intention is intentio, which has a really cool meaning. It basically means stretch. So when you intend to act in the system that you want to follow, really, you're stretching yourself beyond your comfort zone every single time. The key is that you're not making massive changes that are not sustainable. You're making these tiny little steps, a tiny little change, just that 1% improvement every single day. And as James Clear said in his book, Atomic Habits, is that 1% change, that improvement every single day, leads to you being 37 times better by the end of the year. And how cool is that, right? This is why regular practice and routine can be so powerful in your life. And I shared about this on my channel before called the rule of 100, is that if you spend 100 hours a year, which is only about 18 minutes a day, on what you want to do, you'll be better than 95% of people in the world in that skill. But by making it clear on how you're going to take action, when you're going to take action, and also where you're going to do that, really makes it easy for you to stick to it and do it on a regular basis. So this YouTube channel, for example, when I started, I embraced the identity of a creator on YouTube. I decided that I'm going to show up on a regular basis on my channel and I'm going to share everything I learned. That means that I block out time in my calendar every Tuesday, Thursday for 2 hours in the morning to work on the content on this channel. And I make sure that I'm in the study every time I do this, so therefore I have a place where I can repeat that action again and again. And eventually this became a positive habit, which also led to the growth of this channel over time. And this is not the only thing that I apply to in my life. There's so many other areas in my life where I applied systems like these, where it helped me to repeat that action and the routine again and again in order to become better in what I'm doing every single day. And you can do exactly the same thing where you repeat and design the systems for yourself based on what you've seen that others have done to help you become the person that you want to be. So remember to write this one down, is that you want to say, I will do which action at what time and also what place, to give yourself that thing to stick to. Lastly is that you want to upgrade your systems. This is step 5. And this is where you really want to track your progress to see what's working and what's not working. At the end of the day, anything in life is that if you don't track it, then you won't really know. And the key thing is that you want to be flexible and adjust your systems as much as you need to, because life is like that. It's not static. And you want to make sure that you're enjoying the process along the way. So for example, one of the things I tried over the years is different gym schedules. I went in the morning, I went at nighttime, lunchtime. I realized what worked really best for me is if I go first thing in the morning, because otherwise I probably won't go and life just catches up to you. And that means that I probably then put my health on second priority. So it's much more important for me to go first in the morning, get it out of the way, then actually enjoy the rest of the day without thinking about it. So it's really about adjusting to what you want to make it easy for yourself and enjoyable, so you're more likely to actually stick to it in the long term. And when you repeat the system on a regular basis, this is where you will see that compound growth that eventually leads you to achieve your goals. I'm really glad that you're here. No matter what you do to transform your life the next 6 months or a year, now you can design and set better systems in your life. So don't just rely on goals to help you. Focus on creating better systems to help you achieve more than you ever thought possible. And I believe in serendipity. There must be a reason why you clicked on the video and you ended up here. So I'm really grateful that you watched it all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy these ones here to help you on your life and also your productivity. If you're new here, I'm Lori. I share tips here on this channel regularly on personal growth, productivity, and also business. So thank you for being here, and remember to subscribe for more videos like these. If you like the insights shared in today's video, you might also enjoy my newsletter, which is in the description below, where you get insights like these sent to your inbox every single week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.